Hey guys, welcome back to BigJon TV. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe early, please. Thank you very much. We are going to be doing some recipe videos for you guys the next couple of days. This is Thanksgiving, Christmas season, so happy Thanksgiving. We're going to put out, I think, 4 or 5 different videos within the 4 or 5 days before Thanksgiving, giving you guys some cool ideas of food to do for your own holiday dinners. Of course, BigJon twist on everything, I think. We're going to start with the turkey. Today's video is going to be the turkey. I'm going to hand it over to Jessica. She's going to show you the prep method. And it's a really cool twist on a normal standard turkey. So let's get going.
Okay, so here we've got our turkey. It's about 19 pounds and it comes with this pop-up thermometer, but we don't use these because the temperature that these pop up at is really high, and if you let it pop up to this temperature, you're going to have an overdone bird. 165 is the recommended temperature for turkey, and so we'll probe it later and check the temperature. But for now, we're going to take some rub and butter and put it under the skin to get seasoning all over this bird. We've got an onion and a lemon we're going to shove in the cavity, and then our extra special BigJon TV twist is bacon wrapped around the outside. 3 tablespoons of butter and some rub. I've got the Montreal chicken rub. I'm going to go ahead and pour some of that in the butter, mix it in, and then it'll go under the skin. Looks good, compound butter. This is the most disgusting part. You can get down in the thigh area also. Alright, that feels pretty well coated. I'm going to just smear the rest of this on the outside. It'll get covered up by the bacon. Since there will be no bacon on the back side, I'll flop this guy over and put a little of that rub butter mixture onto the back. Okay, we've got a little bit of rub left here. It's already contaminated, so we're going to go ahead and use it on the bird. Get some on the thighs down here where the bacon won't reach. Throw the rest in the cavity. Thank you. Alright, so we've got lemons and onions, just a quick rough chop on those going in the cavity. We prefer to use aromatics instead of the stuffing. I'm always concerned it's not going to be quite cooked enough when we get done. And with these, there's no worry. Other things you could put in here would be celery, apples, oranges. If you like a sweeter side, you could even go with a little cinnamon. And then the next step will be our bacon weave. There's 2 options here. You could either weave it on the flat surface and transfer it to the bird, or I'm going to go ahead and just weave it on the bird today and not have to transfer. We've got regular bar S thin sliced bacon. You really want to go with the thin sliced bacon here. You want it to be able to stretch a little bit over the bird, and thick just might not cook quite well enough. We're going to lay out the first row here. Bottom. There we go. How's that looking? And now we'll do the same thing for the thighs. So this does take 2 packages of bacon. covered on the sides, but the majority. Now we got some bacon left over. Could use that in stuffing or biscuits and gravy.
Okay, so the bacon's been draped over the bird. It looks fantastic. Jess did an awesome job. We're going to be cooking this bird in the oven today, just because I think most people would, and that's what most people will do. But you can do this in a smoker. You can do this on the grill. Just make sure it's indirect heat. Give that bird enough time to the bird to cook without being on direct flame, so you don't want it to burn. You'll have to play around with the temperatures and the times. I'm not a turkey expert. Bird this size in the smoker may take 4 or 5 hours. It's all about the done temperature. That's what you want to look for. But like I said, this one's going to be cooking in the oven today. This one will be going in the oven today at 325 degrees. We're expecting it to take between 3 and 4 hours. Again, done temperature is what we're really worried about. So make sure you cook the bird early enough that you're not rushing it. It's the done temperature that you want. 165 is safe to eat. That's our target. So we'll probably pull it a little bit lower than that so that it'll carry over and then be perfectly done, not overdone. A dry turkey is a horrible turkey. We are actually going to put it in one of those bag things to cook it in the oven, which I've never done before either. So we're going to experiment with this and show you guys how it turns out. I want the bacon especially, I want it to get good and cooked without burning and without actually like crisping up just yet. So we're going to put it in the bag, get it steaming, get it cooking, get that fat rendering into the bird, and then we'll crisp it up at the end. But let's put it in the bag.
So like Jon said, we've never used one of these bags before. First part of the instruction said, put a tablespoon of flour in and shake it all around. It'll keep the bag from bursting.
Don't mess up that bacon now.
Try not to.
There it is.
Oh, you messed up the bacon slide, maybe.
Most of it stayed. Looks good enough to me. All right. So now we
Gather it all together.
tie it up. Okay, it said to make, I think it said 5 or 6 incisions, just little cuts in the plastic in various spots. So that's what I'm going to do. This will allow some steam to get out.
Cool.
Good.
Now it can go in the oven.
Okay guys, it's been 2.5 hours at 325 degrees. Taking the bird out. We're going to take it out of the bag right now. We're going to check temperatures and go from there. So let's cut it open. All that steam starting to come out. It's hot in there. So some of the bacon was sticking to the bag, but not bad. Okay, we are going to attempt to get it up and out of the bag completely. This might get a little bit interesting. I think I got it. And up. And
Go to the back side as much as you can. There you go.
all right.
We did it.
We didn't spill anything either. Didn't drop the bird. All right, I'm going to take temperatures.
I'm going to get this bag out of the way.
165 in the thigh. 165 in the breast. Those are both safe numbers. I wanted you guys to see where I'm sticking the thermometer, but I'm going to have a hard time on camera. So the leg here, the thigh down underneath of it, right? With your thermometer, find the meatiest part you can and stick that thermometer deep inside the meat, making sure you're not in the cavity of the bird, or not up against the bone. And 165 is good. And when you pull the thermometer out, make sure there's no blood that comes out with it. Alright, we're going to let this rest just like this, probably 20 minutes or so, and then we'll start taking it apart. Okay, 20 to 30 minutes of resting time. Let's take this bird apart so we can get eaten. I like to use a flexible knife, something you can get in and around the bones with, just at least to take it apart. Let me show you how I do it. Starting with the leg quarter, I like to split it with the knife. Basically just push down with your hand. If you can get in there, and if you can't, no big deal. So you'll see the bacon want to start falling all over the place. Okay, having some difficulties here getting the thigh off, but I think I got it now. So basically, get in there, pop that joint. You know what? Boom. Just like that. And see, that's the problem. We've done this bacon turkey before once, and this was the same problem we had then. By the time you cut it and get it apart, the thing just falls all over the place. The bacon just ends up everywhere. So it's kind of like, do what you can, cut it apart. Just make sure you save all that bacon so you can then serve it back on the bird like that, right? Alright, now let me show you how to get the breast off. Again, a nice sharp knife, just on the inside of the, what's it called, the keel bone, right? Follow it down and around. Then I like to come in from the bottom side and cut a line into it. Now basically, if you've done it right, you should be able to get your knife all the way down and through it, and that whole lobe of breast meat in one big chunk, just like that. That's my preferred method of getting the breast off the bone. And from here, it's just a matter of, and there are juices everywhere. And, now you need a better, sharper, heavier duty knife, right? And now you're just going to come through and slice it up. So then we have nice, juicy, white meat. Again, the bacon's going to fall off as you're cutting it, so just take it. Take all those crumbles. Once you're done slicing it all up, it can get put back on it. The presentation of it before it goes in to cook and after it comes out look great. But the practicality of it, when you're cutting it to serve it, it's going to end up in a big giant pile of mess, and I don't know how to get around that. So let me finish taking this bird apart. We'll get it plated up, and then we'll eat. Okay guys, here's the final presentation. This is how it would hit the table on Thanksgiving night. It looks fantastic. The bacon's nice and crispy. It's going to be delicious. Visually, it's not the best. The practicality of cutting that bacon apart with the bird kind of makes for a mess. But as long as you keep that bacon and you can sprinkle it back over the top, then you can be alright. Not too much crispy skin because it gets cooked a little bit differently hiding underneath that bacon. But the flavor of it should be awesome. Let's take a bite. Alright, let's take a bite. I'm going to start off with a little bit of the breast meat here. Still steaming. It's good bacon on it. Really good flavor. That rub that we used had a lot of herbiness to it, which I think is important with turkey. The bacon's not too salty. The turkey handled it really nice. Excellent turkey. Let's take a bite of the drumstick. Oh yeah. Good stuff. Let me know if you guys follow this recipe, if you tried it or not. It's kind of fun, kind of different. And that's it. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, share it with your friends. And I'm going to eat some more turkey. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. See ya.